to India and India to Pakistan. That is its range, as you can see in the current slide. That is its geographical location of Siwaliks. And if we talk about its major part, lies in the Nepal. Major part of the Siwaliks lies in the. And if we talk about surrounding rivers and climate of Siwaliks, extends from the Testa River, Sikkim, that is also called Sikkim, from the westward of Nepal through Uttarakhand, also contributing or continuing into Kashmir and northern Pakistan. These ranges also pass from large rivers flowing in south of Himalayas. These rivers include Ravi, Satluj, Beas, Jhelum, these are of Pakistan, and Yamuna, Ganga, these are of India, Indus and Chenab, these are rivers of Pakistan. If we talk about the flora and fauna of the Himalayas and nearby Siwalik hills, that varies with climate. Means to say some animals can survive in particular climates. So these particular animals are found in specific climates, rainfall, altitude and soils. And if we talk about the climate of the Siwaliks, that ranges from tropical at the base of the mountains. Means to say the temperature is higher at the base of the mountains to permanent ice and snow at the highest elevations, and there remains always cold temperature at the top of the ranges of the Siwalik range. The amount of yearly rainfall increases from west to east, that is the flow of rain. And if we talk about the diversity of climate, altitude, rainfall and soil conditions, these all generate a variety of distinct plant and animal communities or ecoregions. These animals are particularly located in that area. And if it geology of Siwaliks, that belongs to the tertiary deposits, means to say chiefly composed of sandstones and conglomerate rock. The remnant magnetization of siltstones and sandstones, they altogether suggest a depositional age of almost 16 to 5.2 million years, with Karnali River exposing the oldest part of the Siwalik hills in Nepal. Means to say the origin starts from the Nepal for the Siwaliks, and the southernmost and geologically youngest east-west mountain chain that also belongs to Nepal. And if we talk about the subgroups and lithology and thickness of the three ranges of the Siwaliks, and the first one is the upper Siwalik, that is predominantly massive conglomerate with red and orange day as matrix, and minor sandstones are present with earth buff and brown shale. And if we talk about the geology, sandstones, clay and conglomerate alteration is seen in it. If we talk about its thickness, that is almost 2300 meter in thickness. And then comes in the middle, that is called middle Siwaliks, massive sandstones with minor conglomerates and local variated shale. Predominantly medium to coarse grained and sandstone and red days alteration occurs in middle Siwaliks, with soft pebbly with subordinate shoal and locally thick prism of conglomerate. And if we talk about thickness, that ranges from 1400 meter to 2000 meter. And if we talk about lower Siwaliks, alteration of fine to medium grained sporadically pebbly sandstones present with calcareous cement and prominent chocolate and maroon shale in middle part. And if we talk about its thickness, that ranges from 1600 meter. And now I'm going to discuss in detail about the ranges of the Siwaliks. And first of all is lower Siwaliks, that ranges from Kamlial and Chinji formation. Their height is approximately 4,000 feet, and lifespan of that region and that part is 18 to 11.2 million years. And if we talk about faunas, pigs, elephant, carnivores, artiodactyls, Coloscal atlas and Brachytherium, Gamphotherium, Coloscalis atlas and Artiodactylus, Civapithecus, these all are the faunas of lower Siwaliks. In actually initial, there were large animals present in the Jurassic period, from where these elephants and pigs have evolved. In actually, elephants are the big animals that are the descendants of dinosaurs, and from there on the life goes on with the process of the evolution that takes about millions of years, developing to the new environment. And after the upper Siwaliks, there comes the middle Siwaliks that starts from Nagari and Dog Pathan with thickness of almost 30 meter to more than 60 meter. The Nagari formation is comparable with the underlying Chinji formation, means to say the Chinji formation extends to the Nagari formation, over which there comes the Dog Pathan formation. The lifespan of this Siwaliks region is about 8 million years. And if we talk about fauna, it contains Hipparion, Antilopum, three-toed horse, In today's world, you look around yourself and you will see a horse that has four legs. But if we talk about the fauna of the middle Siwaliks, there existed a horse which have three toes. And hippocampus we are discussing that its scientific name is hippocampus. It also evolved from the. And if we talk about the upper Siwaliks, three lithostratic units which comes about tetrode, pinjore and boulder conglomerate formations. Their height is about 6,000 feet and they have lifespan of 3.5 million years. Means to say the recent Siwaliks is the upper Siwaliks which comes around our Cenozoic era. And if we talk about the fauna, grazing and browsing animals are main representative of this region, such as elephants, giraffes, hyenas, tigers, monkeys, rhinos, horses, camels, ungulates, bears. Its fauna became similar to Eurasia. Eurasia means that is a land contributing to both regions, Asia and Europe. And if we talk about key faunal events that occurred in Siwalik history, and that is about prior to 18 million years ago, the Siwaliks fauna began to establish. That is the initial or beginning of the Siwaliks. And then from 18 to 14 million years ago, bovids and other large herbivores, ruminants, which have large stomach for the grinding of the vegetable food, and murids, cericitid, which is also known as deer, they became dominant in this era. Before them, dinosaurs were dominant. And after that, evolution of herbivores, there comes a duration of 14 to 9.5 million years ago. There becomes appearance of hominids, murids. Hominids, in actual humans, are also belonging to the group Hominidae. Murids and horses became dominant, and then from 7.5 to 6.5 million years ago, Siwalik fauna became similar to the Eurasia. Mesopithecus became extinct. Porcupine, giraffes, and world monkeys, etc. They also their amount is also lowered, and they dominated before that time. If we talk about 7.4 million years ago, there were large animals, hominids, which also contains Gigantopithecus, disappeared, environment changed and became dry. And if we talk about the Siwalik Fossil Park, that is also known as Sukheli Fossil Park in the Sirmaur district in the Indian state of Himachal Pradesh. Models made of fiberglass and resins present there for the display. There is also a museum where fossils are curated and exhibited. It means they are labeled and properly shown in the glasses for the audience that visit that museum. It is Asia's biggest fossil park. We have built it up to so on. And if we talk about the important Siwaliks, sloth bear, Sivathram, and ancient giraffe, colossal atlas, and that is a giant elephant, and as well as giant tortoise, these were seen. Megalocephalus, atlas, amongst other creatures, were also seen in the Siwaliks. These animals give the detailed evolutionary information and rich history of Siwaliks, means to say the era that descended from Jurassic to Cenozoic era, in which we are currently living, and we are experiencing some large, huge animals around us. That indicates that there is evolution from Jurassic period to the current period. For the process of the evolution, the life has changed so much, and there is a wide variety of animals that have evolved and became extinct with the passage of time. So that was the video for today. Hope so you have liked it. We will meet you in the next video. Till then, peace out.